Have you ever noticed how one thought can completely change how you feel and how you act? In advanced counseling theories, I learned that this is exactly where cognitive behavioral therapy begins. Cognitive behavior theory teaches us that our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are interconnected. It is called the cognitive triangle. This is the most powerful cognitive behavioral theory tools that I have learned in this class. Now, let us explore some examples of how cognitive triangle working in helping clients. The cognitive triangle explains how thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are connected and influence each other. It helps clients to understand why they feel and act the way they do. When a client has a negative thought, it can lead to unpleasant emotions, which then affect his or her behavior. If a student thinks, "I'm going to fail," he may feel anxious and stressed. And what he may do is to stop studying, which increase the chance of poor result. Based on the example, as a counselor, what will happen if we facilitate the client to change the negative thoughts? In counseling session, the counselor will help the student by challenging his negative thought. In this example, the thinking of failing the exam. Counselor can use cognitive restructuring technique and asking the questions such as, have you passed the exam before? Is failing the only possible outcome? What is the evidence that you will definitely fail? The objective of asking these questions is to reframe the thought and rebuild a healthier and positive thought. Client is empowered to examine his own thinking and develop new thoughts, such as, if I study step by step, I can do better. When this new thought develops, clients feel calmer and more confident. This new thought leads to the calmer emotions and a more productive actions done, such as make study plan or asking help when needed, which eventually will create new outcome of improvement in result. After learning cognitive behavioral theory, I understand that helping is about guiding clients to examine their own thinking patterns and understand how these thoughts influence their emotions and behavior. I also learned that when clients are supported to challenge negative thoughts and working on coping skills, they can become more self-aware, confident, and independent in dealing with problems in life. Cognitive behavioral theory helped me appreciate that effective helping relationships are not only built on empathy, but also the belief that the clients are empowered and capable of change. One of my biggest reflections throughout this learning class was realizing how often unhelpful or automatic thoughts occurs without us being aware of them. Through role play and case study discussion in class, I became more conscious of my own thinking patterns, such as how I interpret and react emotionally on situations. This awareness helped me recognize how thoughts can influence my feelings and actions, sometimes in a very negative way. More importantly, this learning reminded me that as a counselor, we must first develop self-awareness and reflect on our own thinking process before helping others. By understanding and managing our own automatic thoughts, we are able to remain present, empathetic, and effective when supporting clients. As a future counselor, cognitive behavioral theory has helped me to see my role as someone who working alongside with clients and guide them, equip them with skills to overcome challenges in life.